And welcome back, everybody. Protests breaking out in California in a school district there where board members approved a resolution recognizing Pride Month. A brawl broke out between concerned parents and left-wing perverts supporting the sexualization of our children. The scrum led to 3 arrests. Joining me now is the former West Coast lead of Gays Against Groomers, Mario Presence. Mr. Presence, welcome back to the Salcedo Show. I'm glad to have you here. You know, most left-wingers count on Republicans like Mitch McConnell and John Cornyn to surrender their children to the types of deviancy you're fighting against, sir. But these parents out there in California, they love their children more than pleasing left-wingers. I hear the school board was genuinely shocked that the parents were this outraged. Is that what you heard? They were shocked about all this?
The school board is stunned. They are freaked out because more and more parents from more and more demographics are stepping up and saying, no, you do not have a right to teach my children about sensitive topics such as sexuality, gender ideology. That is something that the parents should be teaching, and they have a right to be heard. And when the parents approach schools like they did in Glendale, the school chose to not listen to the parents and, in fact, brought in other people supportive of their pride demonstration, whatever this is, basically in opposition, and to kind of throw egg on these parents who just want to protect their children.
Yeah, Mario, now you're an uncle and you're part of the gay community. You represent many other gay people in the community who don't support what's being done to our kids, frankly, in your name. A friend of the show, a woman named Lindsey Graham, also known as Patriot Barbie, posted this on Instagram, quote, "The entire month of June telling children how much I enjoy heterosexual sex, well, that would be weird and perverted. And yet, ... isn't it true that GovEd has no right to be sexualizing our kids, regardless whether it's heterosexual sex or homosexual sex? There's just no place for this type of Democrat deviancy in GovEd, is there?"
Absolutely. And Patriot Barbie hit the nail right on the head. If I went to talk to any other child without the parents' consent and tell them about my sexual escapades or my life, I would be arrested. And I said that at a speech in Conejo Valley, saying that this is inappropriate. And it doesn't matter whether it's a school presenting this information or a stranger presenting this information. This is really sensitive information that really should be at the purview and at the discretion of the parents.
Well, let me ask you to put your political hat on, because it's the last time you came on the program. As your liberty-loving Latino, I have noticed something over the years about the people who call me their enemy, these people on the left. They have chewed up and spit out blacks, Hispanics, women, you know, with the current push to destroy women's opportunities in sports. And as the majority in the gay community are with you in pushing back on the perversion of this left-wing LGBTQ trans movement, the left is attacking you guys too. What are your thoughts on a left wing that just uses these communities as divisive tactics to advance their own left-wing politics?
Well, I tend to look at the people who are supportive of these ideas, the people who are opposing the parents, those who are saying that we should be including LGBT things in schools and children. Those people don't have the courage to even show their face. If you notice, the people out there protesting against these parents are generally covered from head to toe. You can't tell who they are, and they're so proud of what they're doing, yet they don't seem to want to show their face.
Oh, that is a great point. I've seen many of these people out there who don't want, and many of them are posting anonymously on social media as well. Now, you just parted ways with Gays for Groomers, and you're starting what you classify as your own journey as an activated American. Tell us more about what you're going to be doing.
Yeah, so I have always been on a grassroots journey. I love encouraging people to do one more thing, whether it be writing your congressman, whether it's running for city council, or even just joining a grassroots organization. That is really where my focus has always been, and that's the kind of the magic that I brought to Gays Against Groomers. And I finally saw my local community suffering, and I said, I need to refocus locally because I have a local win. I have a national win in the Nebraska bill, HB 574, but I really needed to help my local community, and we ended up winning something. We ended up removing one of these LGBT books from our local elementary school. So that refocus has resulted in a win, and I think that this is going to be where I really should be and where I'm going to be most useful, encouraging other people to just step up to the plate just like these parents in Glendale have done.
Last question I have for you, because I have some friends in the gay community who also resent what the left wing is saying. The left wing wants to say that it is pro-gay to indoctrinate children and introduce gay sex, but not heterosexual sex, inside of Gov Ed. And a lot of these folks in the gay community say, I resent that. I don't believe as a gay adult that you ought to be introducing sex to any child. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the left appropriating you as a gay man and saying, oh, yeah, you're all part of this sexualization of children?
I'm extremely offended by it. As a matter of fact, we spoke out when I was with Gays Against Groomers, and now still without that association. We say that what is happening in our society, where they're impressing children in sexual ideas, sexual identity, gender ideology, this is actually going to have a negative recourse on average people like me and my husband. We've lived our lives for 20 years in our community. We're pillars of our community, but we're going to start seeing backlash from regular average people who misalign myself and my husband with these radical LGBT people. And we saw that at Satakoy Elementary when a teacher put up a pride flag and it was burned. That they took it as a personal attack, but those attacks would never happen if you didn't bring gender, sexual identity, and ideology into someplace like an elementary school.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the rainbow flag a little bit later on in the program. Mario Presence, thank you, sir. Appreciate your time on this.